Whoa, hair and makeup. What the hell? They're all fired. Tried to get the angle on the slack grinder just right so that you could see how much pressure I'm putting on. Initially, I go kind of light. Because I want the belt to be not perfectly vertical. I want it, a little bit. And then as it starts to evenly take some of this away, then I can push harder, because I really do want to thin this whole edge out. So you can see where the belt has touched, here and up here. Whereas the center part is still my other finish from my super duper handy padded flexible ScandiVex making apparatus. If you want to see that, go there. It's a whole tutorial on how to do that. You may have noticed I have some water. This doesn't even get too hot to comfortably hold. I like to keep it nice and cold. The reason why I use the water is so that I'm not having to a couple passes, put it down, walk away, go do something else, and then come back. I can work it a little, cool it, work it a little, and at no time is that getting too hot. So I'm going to change the angle a little bit. Maybe you'll see something else that comes in the frame that gives you an idea of what you could do. I've never had one of the Work Sharp Ken Onion sharpeners, doohickeys, because I really don't need it. But I can see where they would be super duper handy. I've had a few comments where guys have actually one guy particularly bought one because of the last video I did on how to ScandiVex stuff on the slack belt, that it kind of idiot proofs it. And I'm not calling anybody an idiot, but there's a long learning curve on how to sharpen freehand on something like this. It's a feel and a sound. That's all it is. And until you've got that down, just like you would freehanding on a whetstone or even my padded thing for convexing or even a regular edge, it's a feel and it's a sound. That's when you know you've got the right angle and things are going to happen the way they're supposed to. So let's get back to the grinder. You really don't need to see hours of that, but I thought of a couple more things that I wanted to mention. You may have noticed that I'm only doing one side of the knife. I'm doing that so that I just get a rhythm, get a pace, until, this is the side, I start to feel a burr or a wire edge show up on this side. And when that happens, I'll know that I've removed enough material from that side, then I can flip over and do the same with the other side. I really, really, really want to like this knife. I thought it was done. I went to take it out and do a little chopping and batoning. And what actually happened, I hit the baton, tried to go through some wood, and it was a piece of ash where the first hit, it basically bounces right back out. As I give it a good whack, and it goes, and comes right back out. It takes the second whack to really start going. And then, because of the thickness, it really starts to split that wood. But until then, it's still just too fat. I can't imagine guys are using this knife as it is out of the box. That's just absurd. I don't mean to be unkind, Tops. In my opinion, it's unusable in that condition. You may want to see the progress. New, old, new. You may be asking, why am I going to all this trouble? There are other knives out there that I could use. And you're right. But there's something about this knife that I really like. And with each change, I'm liking it more. I'd really like to have an opportunity to really use it. And I think by working on this edge and just getting that as thin as I possibly can, that might be the answer. Already taken care of its butt problem. Already taken care of the real pointy thing. I've already taken care of the really sharp thumb jimping. What's left is this blade. There's just so much of it. Too much. And I so desperately really want to give it a chance. I really want it to work. And if it doesn't, then it goes bye-bye. And I move on to something else. But in the meantime, stick with me on this. This is a project. This is a major project. And if anybody from Tops wants to get in touch with me, go for it. I started this little project at 1:30. Now, mind you, that's after having already done a lot of hand convexing. With this thing. And I just was never pleased with the end result. So I wound up going to the grinder. So from 1:30 to 2:45, pretty much non-stop. 3:30 to 6, non-stop. 8 o'clock until 9:30, non-stop. And now I'm finished, I think. This has got to be it. I mean, it's screaming sharp right now. But if this doesn't do it, accept defeat, you know? I'm enjoying this one. I want to enjoy this one.